the sun rises on another day. I just can't get over how amazing that sky looks. Still see a few stars up in the sky there. Hey, that's cool. It's been a bit. I've got a lot done. I've been also recording a miniature mini-series. I'd say you might call it Storm the Fortress, where I built the fortress with Santos Rider's help, and then what I did later on was I just filled it completely with redstone traps and stuff like that, and lots of mobs. It was a lot of fun. You guys should go check that video out. Maybe I'll put that on the video in just like top right corner of the screen right there. Maybe like right there. There you go. Right there. You can see it. Right, so what are we going to be doing this episode? Well, you see this pumpkin farm, and we've had it around for quite a while. Been thinking about it for a bit, and you know we got this right here, and it's just about the exact same size as that of this tower right here, and I think I'd like to put a melon farm in there because apparently Jordy has fixed the issue with the villagers causing the game to crash. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not, but villagers were causing the game to crash, and I was planning to go and find myself a village, and I did, and then the game started crashing. The reason why I was looking for a village was this little guy right here, this beautiful axe, felling 3. It's amazing. If I was to try it right now on screen, it would just, it would probably destroy it. I've got so little life left on it. It's 101. And that's despite the fact it's unbreaking. So what I'm looking for is to get a mending book, and if I can't, I will find a way to get those villagers breeding in order to go and get me one. So I thought I'd just show you some of the things that I've done so far since the last episode. Right here you'll notice that there is in fact a hopper right here, and there's this button, and that actually is one method to go and input into the storage system, and the automated storage system. So you can hear water trickling along right there. You can just hear it so lightly just trickling along right there. So it's running all along here. Now that because of the water's there, it makes a bit more sense that this water is right here. I think you can see right around here that there's water drip. There it is. And it comes down and it drips. That was one of the reasons why I was trying to make it make sense why there's water. And then there's water here as well, so it just makes sense why you're hearing the sound of water. So I've put in a whole bunch of wood, and I'm thinking I might do something better with the walls instead of this dark sandstone cobble or whatever it's called. But yeah, you can see obviously I've put wood in. It looks really nice. I like how, I'm not sure how to explain it. It just has a really good feel. And things that I've added in, there's things like this. Is there anything in it? Just a fish that was rejected. The reason why the fish was rejected was because there's no spot in the food chest for them. This chest isn't really for, per se, mass quantities of food. This is more like a seed chest. And so you've got the bone meal for it, and I probably should take the berries out, but I'm using them for filler. So let's close that up. And there's the other chest for going and putting in there. Let's decide to use buttons instead, because we've got these little NPCs that are running around, and they'd be triggering it, and each time we would go and buy it, we'd be triggering it. And I turned the clock on this thing into a 10-minute trigger. That's one heck of a long clock. There was also a couple of bugs that I found in the system too. One hopper that was pointed the wrong way and stuff like that. It was frustrating. So that's what I've been up to, and I have not touched the farmhouse at all, like at all. Wait, can I zoom in? At all. That's cool. But yeah, so I'll be working on that in this episode. But yeah, for the things that we're looking after in this episode, we're gonna be going and checking out the village, and I probably should have showed you here, but I forgot to mention it when I was at the top of the tower. But in fact, Jordy has been working on the mountain base, mountain mine, the mining community, the mining village. We haven't got a name for it yet, but you can see it from here. Wrong side. There it is. You see that? Look at that. Oh, that's looking really cool. He's putting a lot of detail into it. And there's over there too. I wish I could zoom in a bit more. We'll be going over there in a bit too. In fact, you know what? Let's do that first. Let's take a look. I've been meaning to do so, and I think it's late spring, early summer. No, it's summer. It's got to be summer. It may be early summer, yeah. And the pumpkin farm's working good. Oh, that's another thing I did. Oh, I've been doing lots of stuff. So you'll notice I took out the plants right here so that it's no longer a pumpkin clock. Instead, I've got a 5-minute timer that goes off throughout, and it's currently running right now. For my calculations, this box right here plus this plus the 9 slots in there should last about 30 days if I don't turn it off. Because I've got this here, it may likely last a lot longer. So that's a really good idea for all you redstoners out there. If you have a clock that you just can't figure out how to get much longer than it already is, and you're finding that you can only like pump out maybe about 5, maybe 4 minutes, and it's not the greatest, maybe a little bit leggy. Nothing like a good old-fashioned, I mean, I don't see it in a lot of redstone clocks in redstone setups, but just using a despawn clock, it works great, and it's exponentially able to be increased in size. You can just keep splitting it off until you're happy with what you got. You could probably pump it up to an hour if you wanted to. Well, I was pretty darn sure that this is where it was, and I'm right, this is it. But this is not the location of what I saw from the base. That was like a completely different direction. And yes, Jordy has done a lot here. It looks amazing. Oh, I was meaning to make these. I will be making those. I'm gonna make those for the farmhouse if I can. Let's go in. That's kind of cool looking. That's a nifty spread through. I think that's just a common pine. So I'm guessing that's what he's been making a lot of this wood out of, maybe? Yeah. Oh. It's truly I like this. This looks really like shanty old one street mining village. I like that a lot. It looks like he's been playing around to see what looks best. I like the look of the spruce planks for the flooring, and I don't know what this is. I know what this is. This is spruce, but what's this? Let's just take one block. Dark oak wood. All right. Whoop. Where'd it go? Oh, there we go. Okay, I know that glitch. Going inside, he's just digging down. Let's just see what's underneath. No, nothing to see. I was expecting a bit more from that, but that makes sense. And I think this is the original place where he dug straight down, all the way down that way, and that would bring him down to what he was using to warm him up. So there's nothing particularly special there. So he has been doing stuff. But what the heck was across that mountain across from the pumpkin farm? I haven't seen anything on this side. That is Jordy, right? I know that we do have like a couple other people that supposedly is supposed to be joining the server, but I haven't seen or heard anything from them. So I doubt it's either of them. Oh, that's one of those NPCs I was talking about. They're the weirdest looking things ever. I can click on them because it's kind of hard to click on them. Oh, come on. There. See, the trades to me are kind of bleh. I don't even understand why you'd want a wooden axe or what that is, to be honest. But let's make our way on back to kind of the base, and I'm going to go and see about what's going on in that mountain there. So you can see it's just barely coming into render distance, just in the haze. That's actually kind of a jog from here. I forgot like how far. I don't think I have my render distance on that far. What is that, chunks? 12 chunks? I don't know, maybe that is far. Each chunk contains 16 blocks, so maybe. I think I might have to cut this bit up though, because this is going to take a bit to get all the way over from here to there. I don't remember ever seeing these buildings here. Ever. What are these? I mean, they look really cool, but I I don't remember anything about these. Is there like a direct way up at the base? I think I'm actually gonna have to climb up just to get up to there. I really see no other way. I'm doing some mountain climbing here, aren't I? There we go. Okay. And we're in. And I wouldn't doubt that this right here is connected to the other. So far, oh, that's a bit of a short roof. Wow, that is quite the view. Look, you can see the farmhouse from here. Barely worked on, but it's there. Nothing out that way. This is a very good spot. Like, you just see everything. Wow. Just into render distance. Let's go into the other areas just to take a look around. So there's way up there, and there's also something over here I wanted just to check out. Oh, it's just... I thought there was like a staircase or something. I am wrong. And... oh wow, look at that sky. At the very top of the mountain and the sun setting. This looks so cool. This would be a great location for an elytra. I can't get down there. Is that supposed to be... what is that supposed to be? That's Halcyon Skies, if you guys are curious. Or Halcyon Days, I think is... excuse me. I was expecting there would be a bit more stuff here, but I'm really impressed that... I'm pretty sure this is Jordy doing this. Like, it's come to this point already where he's got it all the way to the top. I think I'm going to go to sleep, and there's not much else to see at this point. So I'm going to go and get myself prepped for the village, because that is one of the main things that I am interested in getting done in this particular episode, since we really need some mending books. I want to get mending on this. This revival tool is amazing. Like, I've broken this pickaxe probably about three times now, and it gets renewed right back to brand new. It's not a single chip out of it. It's amazing. There's still a chance. I know there's still a chance for it to break. I've looked into that. This is about to break. This isn't so important, but it is efficiency 4, and I'd love to put something better on it. Same thing with that diamond sword. It's got some beautiful enchantments on there. So, and the shovel is just blah. I should just place it. Penetrating edge is useless for me. So let's, I'm going to go and find that. You're going to use this bed. And let's move on to the village. Can you hear it, guys? I hear slime. It's going away. Where is he? I just want this slime. I mean, I'm severely distracted from my original task, but I'll have to explain that later. I want that slime. Found you! Oh, found you. Oh my gosh, he's huge. Oh man. This is where you've been at. Where is this? Nope, get away from me. Oh gosh, I forgot about those. Well, I did actually find one of these guys quite a long time ago, and I held on to the slime balls ever, just hoping that maybe I might not see one of these guys for another long time, and I was very right. In the meantime, I have a general idea of where to get these little guys again. So let's get... how many slime balls did I pick up? 7? I have no idea where this is. I am very low on water. So I'm going to drink up, and I'm going to find out what chunk this is. I think it's G? Chunk borders? This must be the chunk. Now, there's a possibility he might have been in some other locations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off into pieces for later reference, and I'll look at my chords to figure out where I am for the future reference. Because I really do need slime. It is a very useful item in this game, as you guys all very much know. Alright, let's get that done. In the meantime, though, there's been some issues with the villagers, not the farms, the villagers. There's been, Jordy is saying that he's discovered what the bug is, and he's working on it. So apparently the bug is still present, is what I'm stating, so we got to hold off on that. In the meantime, I've been mining and working on the melon farm, which I've been integrating into the base, which is pretty cool. So let's just get this set up, and we'll see you guys back in the base. Well, guys, I got like super distracted, and I am so sorry about that. I'm truly sorry. But regardless of that, yeah, distracted. Let me show you what I've gotten going down here. I found myself a skeleton spawner. Now, why I'm down here and not going and searching for those villages is because Jordy apparently I'm giving him more or less a lot of free reign to do what he feels is best for the server and what he feels is most logical or most interesting. And because mending is kind of a very much end game item, if you really think about it, it makes your equipment, after all, impossible to break if you can heal it up with XP, which is awesome. But because of that very fact, and that's what a lot of the game is like, what we are ending up doing is making such things like that to be endgame content, which means mending, it's not something that you're just going to have that you'll be able to find on like a villager trade, but instead something that you're going to unlock, and it's going to be from one of the vendors, those guys that you see running around. I'm not sure if I just showed you guys those, but yeah, that's what those are from. So it's going to be, when we finally get them, it's going to be pretty epic. If I don't put that there, I'm going to get skelly spawning. I finished that melon farm, so I am ready for the villagers. But if I can't use mending books, there's no currently any sense in me actually going out and looking for villagers just yet. So a little frustrating, but it does make logical sense. So that's what I think we're going to be doing for the moment. I just figured this out. There we go. I'm going to make this into a skeleton grinder. And I'm not going to show you guys how to do that. There's too many tutorials on how to do this. It's very simple. 9x9 and two spaces on the top. Very straightforward. Maybe I should do that right now. There we go. Now I don't need to worry. You can also put a half slab there as well. What is that? 2, 3, 4. So that's where it ends right there. Well, as you can see, this thing is working very well. Just let that lava drain their health down a little because they've got way too many hearts. You can see how many levels I'm at so far. 86. And I started at a lot less. Why not just pop it on for him for a bit? Nice and toasty. Haha. Oh, it's just endless. I've been at this probably for a good hour or something like that. It's addicting, to be honest. Lots of bones, lots of arrows. Oh man, there's more. Let's just do this again. If you're looking for the one that's lowest HP, this is just very simple setup that I've got going here. I think I saw a 43. Let's hit that. Oh, I lost one. That's too bad. Yeah, no, that's enough. That's enough. I've been checking out all the excess items like the leather armor and the bows, which I have been looking through the bows, and they've pretty much been all useless, unfortunately. But the armor, each one of those pieces gives a little gold nugget when you throw it in the furnace. And I do have a chain helmet. I'll give an iron nugget, so it's worth it. So that's an unexpected nice side effect. So let me give you a little bit of an idea. I've been lighting up all the caverns around here, and there's still some areas that I still haven't been able to go and lighten up. And yeah, it doesn't seem to have affected the spawning rate all that much, but I have put in an ice path all the way through. I don't think the second one was really that necessary because it's a pretty darn short journey. So I think I might just take that boat out, but the second boat is definitely necessary. From here, there's like right behind this wall, that's where the skeleton spawner is. And down here, they're just collecting them all down here, and that's how I've got it all set up. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So the other projects that I'm just going to finish up working on is beautifying the tower that is the melon farm. And I'm really unhappy about Jordy's got a point. Mending is definitely end game, and anything that feels end game, we're leaving end game. So that's all we can do about it. I mean, it makes sense. Let's see the birdie face. it just makes sense. That's all you can do about it. So yeah, but let's throw that protection back on there. I think that's about all I'm going to be able to do for that bit there. I'm going to see if there is some more that I can do before I sign off for this episode, and let's see if maybe I can pop by and check out the village, see what they've got there, maybe fortify it, but I think I've almost ran out of time for this episode, so we'll just see a clip.